Hello, my name is Reese. I'm from Merry Dogs. This is my dog, Rosa. Today I'm going to be going through the process of how to get heel work. I want to start off with the clicker. Now the clicker is just a noise. It is an association with a treat. So every time we click, we are pairing it with a treat. The dog will then understand that what it has done in that moment is exactly what we wanted it to do. So we're going to click in the wrong places, but as long as we click in more right places than wrong places, the dog will understand that concept. Which leads me on to the level of treats you give the dog. I often think of it as paying your dog a decent wage. Your value of treats will want to be high. You want the dog to be motivated to do what you want the dog to do. So my heel work is made up of two key behaviours. The first is hand touch. That is the dog's nose coming and touching its nose on my hand. With that particular behaviour, your timing has to be absolutely clear cut. So as the dog's nose touches your hand, you want to be clicking. That comes down to anticipating. So you've got to be about 95% sure that that dog's nose will touch your hand from this distance. So you click as the dog's nose is touching. Every time you click, remember, you must treat. For example, so every time the dog comes and touches my hand, I'm going to reward. Eventually, that will lead to you to guide the dog with your hand. Now with heel work, we obviously want the dog to be next to us. Remember to do the heel work on both sides, because then you're teaching it to heel on both sides, depending on the situation. So, I want the dog to concentrate on me. I want the dog to come and touch my hand. Initially, I'm going to be walking off, getting the dog to touch my hand. And then, after doing that a few sessions, repeats, I will then say to the dog what it is called. So, as the dog is coming and touching my hand, I'm going to say touch. Touch. So, as the dog is touching. Again, that becomes less important to pair it with, because you'll then just say touch, and the dog will understand that that is touch. Once the dog understands that's touch, we will then say heel, touch. So put the thing that it doesn't know in front of what we've just taught it. So you end up saying heel touch as you put your hand down where you want the dog to be positioned. Again, you want the dog's shoulder in line with your leg. So you don't want the dog going past that. That is what heel is called. Heel touch. So as the dog's nose touches your hand, you are saying what it is. Heel touch. The second part of this is getting the dog to look at you. So once you've got the dog in that position, you can then start to say your dog's name, watch. So you teach that as a separate behaviour and link it with the action of going up and down. Heel touch. So for example, once the dog is here, you go Rosa watch. It looks at me, I click. And that will end up you just saying to the dog, heel, watch. You can combine both of them into your heel work. Okay, so I am now going to demonstrate the second section to this video, which is A, change of pace, and left and right. I also want to point out before we go any further, the clicker isn't a forever tool. We will eventually fade that out, and we will intermittently reward the dog for doing what we want it to do. So the hand touch, for example, the dog to begin with always touches our hand. We would then always reward that dog. But as as time goes by, we'll just get the dog to touch our hand more and reward less. Just have that in the back of your minds. You can also put in the word to clicker, so the clicker just becomes a word. Right, okay, let's go and do lefts and rights first. Right, ready, heel. So to go left, what I want the dog to do is the bum goes around, so as you're going left, the dog goes and does that. So you go left, you can even put that to a word if you wish, left. So if the dog is on your left, a left would be more difficult than a right, for example. So a right, easy peasy, just go right, and then the dog goes right. Right, the heel, right. Right, now pace change. You start off very slow, and then you will go intermediate to fast, and then fast could be into a run, for example. Start off very, very slowly, so the dog has to really think about it, concentrating on you, and it gets its mind working into more of a pace. And then once you're into more of a pace, you can start to even run. And back down into your very slow walk. Good. I hope this was educational. It's given you something to work on, to work toward. At the end of the day, have fun with your dogs, and that's what it's all about. Thank you very much for watching.